Here I'm back down at the creek with my old dogs. I brought my pup with me this time. He's just a little over a year old. There's my old dog. He's not doing as good today as he did last week. It might be his. I think this will probably be the last time I try to bring him. He was my old Booger dog. All you had to do is say it's a Booger squirrel or a Booger deer or whatever, and he was on it. But them days are back behind him now. Old Barkley, there's my Booger dog in training right there. I think he's going to be a good one. They're both Jack Russell mixes. He's a Jack Russell Italian Greyhound cross. And he's supposed to be a Jack Russell Chihuahua mix. And I'd say he's got some Chihuahua traits. He's got some Jack Russell traits, but he may have something else in him. We don't really know. He was actually put on Craigslist as a Chihuahua, which is kind of laughable. He's about 20 pounds. He's a chunky nugget. But yeah, this one I don't think I'm going to be able to take over the big boulders and house-sized boulders and car-sized boulders and up and down the bluffs like I did the other one. His legs are quite a bit shorter. He's not able to jump as high or climb as much. Don't you roll in nothing. You'll end up getting a bath. You're probably going to anyway. You better not roll your chin in something smelly. You better not do it. But yeah, he's probably not going to be able to go the same place as Skipper went, but I'm not a spring chicken anymore anyway, so I may not want to climb too many more of those big old boulders and bluff lines myself. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. That's his whole footprints leading down where he got them wet. Back and forth. Let's see if I can zoom in. Little paw prints. Little paw prints. I can track you, boy. I can track you. What are you grinning about? What are you grinning about, huh? What about, Skipper? You still watching the water and smelling the creek? Yeah, I don't think I'm going to try to bring you back anymore. You've had a harder time today. Kind of hoping to wear your toenails down a little bit on these rocks, but you have a hard time navigating the big rocks. I had to carry him several times today. He stumbles and carries on. He can't jump over them like he used to. You see any minnows in there, Skipper? The minnows they're in there. You just don't see them like you used to, do you? Where they at, boy? You're wanting to find them. You miss it, don't you? That was your thing. When we was down here, you like to chase those minnows. Chase those minnows on these mountain streams. I'm glad this creek's up and running good this year. We've been dry for the past week, but we got enough rain earlier this year to keep this creek up. It usually, a lot of summers, it'll get down pretty low, and holes like this one right here get a little stagnated. This hole's probably about 4 feet deep in the deepest place. There's a little old groove out there. I used to bring both my sons down here to swim. We'd always bring Skipper. And there's one little old groove in the bedrock there. As you can see, this is all bedrock. It's about 4 feet deep. But it's a nice little hole. A lot of people come down here. Unfortunately, people bring their trash down here and they trash it up. And there's where the creek gets up and washes another channel out over there and piles these rocks up. But yeah, unfortunately, people bring the trash down here too. You go up on the bank, you'll see trash that people brought down here. And this is actually state park. They're not supposed to do that, but they do it. Oh, sorry, Skipper. He's my old buddy, ain't you, Skipper? Old Skipper do. The Booter Bear. The Booger Dog Extraordinaire. Yeah, he's a Booger Dog. He's a Booger Dog. And there's a little upstart right there, Booger dog in training, Barkley. Ain't that right, boy? Ain't that right? Yeah. Booger dog in training. You're kind of more of a... Well, they both were kind of mama's boys. My wife's babied Skipper to death. He's so spoiled that he demands stuff. If he don't get his way, he'll stand there and bark at you. Demand that he gets it. And if it's a piece of bacon, or if he wants you to come in there and give him a treat or whatever, it can be a little aggravating sometimes, especially when you getting ready to go to bed, and he's come in here 3 times wanting a treat. One of his little tricks is when they go out and do their business, we give him a little treat when they come in. One of Skipper's tricks is to bark at the door, and you go let him out, and he goes out on the porch and turns around and comes back, barks at the door, wanting in, thinking he's going to get a treat for just going out on the porch. Don't you, Skipper? He's been a pretty smart boy. It got to where we couldn't even spell the word bath or flea or anything or tick in front of him without him making a beeline to hide under the bed or something. He was real smart. Yeah, I'd love to have another Jack Russell Italian Greyhound cross. They make really good little dogs. Kind of needy. He's always liked to be in your lap, and they're cold-natured. They don't like cold weather. When he was young, I got some pictures. You could see his spots all through his skin. His coat was a lot thinner, and he got about 2 years old. It started filling out, but it's still really, really, really thin. You can kind of see the spots under his coat. So he's kind of cold-natured. Little Barkley, he's got a little more of a coat on him. And the cold weather doesn't seem to bother him too much. Well, say bye, fellas. I may video you again before we get out of here. I'm probably going to have to carry Skipper out of here. Poor little fella. What do you think about the creek, Barkley? You ain't been down here very often, have you? No, you ain't been down here very often. You're going to get to go more often, though. I'm going to start taking you in the woods pretty regularly since poor Skipper's not able anymore. It kind of breaks my heart. Well, it does break my heart. Ain't no kind of about it. Man, that old dog's gone a lot of miles. I started taking him in the woods when he was about 2 or 3 months old, and he was so little that he'd get down in an old creek bed somewhere out in the woods, and then he'd start whining because he couldn't get out, and I'd have to pick him up and set him up on the bank. But he loved to go in the woods with me. All I had to do is say, "You want to go to the woods?" And he'd do to perk up, and his tail to go to wag, and he'd start whining, "Let's go, let's go, let's go." Not so much now. In the past year, I think this past year's really took its toll on him. Yeah, you're not like you used to be, are you, Skipper? It's tough. It's tough to watch it. After 17 years, not quite, that's nearly a third of my life when I've had this old dog. Oh, you got to get up here in Daddy's lap and compete, don't you? Oh, Barkley, I can't see nothing for your head. Oh, goodness, Skipper. Goodness. Goodness. Y'all about ready to get out of here? I got other things I got to do today. I just thought I'd try to get you out in the woods. Let you run a little bit. Well, Skipper actually did run when he got out of the car. But he went down pretty quick after that. He wore out pretty quick. Didn't you, boy? Didn't you, boy? Well, let's get off here and get ready to carry him back out of the woods. We're a couple 100 yards from the car in the parking area, so. What is it, boy? Did you see something? What was it? Oh, you're retired? I forgot. You're a retired booger dog, aren't you? You don't do that no more. See any boogers? You ain't even gonna perk up for him anymore, are you? He can't see very good. I think he gets out within 30, 40 feet away from me, and I think he has a hard time seeing or hearing me. What is it, boy? What is it? Well, let's get off here and get these dogs home.